Hello, everyone. Welcome to Kiki and Kibitz. It's me, Mary, and I'm here tonight with a special edition of 90 Day Oy Vey. After last night's episode of Last Resort and the Sandbox Therapy, Claire is bashing Rob all over IG again. And is Natalie a stalker? And I don't mean just stalking Josh. So let's hop right into this. Thank you, Natalie and Deidre, for joining me in the live chat. Thank you, everyone, for joining me. It's been really cold here on the East Coast. So cold I haven't left my house in days, but that's a whole nother story for another time. Um, I just double checked on Instagram. I'm gonna check right now while you guys are coming in the room to see whether Claire is still going on, because Claire does have a tendency of being very long winded. Okay, kind of reminds me of another cast member on another show. It's kind of like, and one more thing, and one more thing, and one more thing. So it looks like as of right now, Claire is done. She got everything what she wanted to say off her chest. So we're gonna get into it. Hi Sheila. Natalie, I would die at minus 20. Okay. And Sheila, I would die at minus 13. That's all I have to say. I mean, it is like uh 12 degrees here in New York City, and I'm fucking freezing. I'm fucking freezing. Hi, Rory. Hi, Stephanie. Thank you for joining me. Hi, oh sister. Yep, I feel you. You haven't left your house in a week. I don't blame you. So, okay, let's get into this. First of all, this is me when someone makes fun of my 90 Day Fiance obsession. Okay, like Niles, I will break your face. Adnan is a fucking ass, and so is Tiger Lily. So, this is my face listening to the bullshit coming out of their mouths. Okay, so let's start with them. Tiger Silly and her boy groom. There we go. Boy groom. So they're selling their Teen Adnan t-shirts. I'm waiting for Team Niles t-shirts. Okay. And apparently they include a handwritten thank you note with all of their orders from their clothing website. I would like to hire a handwriting specialist to see if it's actually their handwriting or some like employee and they just sign it, whatever. So I'm sick of them. I'm sick of their Team Adnan t-shirts, their private planes. But unfortunately, the rumors about Adnan being fired or it seems to be not true. Okay. Um, Tiger Lily is denying it in her stories, and she's also hinting in her stories that they will be back for another season. In my gut, I believe that they are coming back on Happily Ever After. I mean, she just had a baby. Adnan's adjusting to the US, blah, 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 blah. So I'm pretty confident. I would put money on it that we are going to be seeing these idiots on Happily Ever After. But the rumor started on Reddit that he was fired. And okay, so it says he apparently told one of the producers he will kill him. He also dry docked the toilet at the studio. And I would like to thank the person on Reddit who Googled dry docking for me, because I would have had to been the one to Google it. So this person says I had to look up dry docking. Turn off the toilet at the wall, then flushing all of the water out of the system. Then stick an entire industrial roll of toilet paper into the dry poo hole. Then take the biggest, stinkiest poo you ever done in your life, preferably riding the horse backwards, and leave the poo just sitting there on the porcelain. The next person to walk into the toilet is in for quite a shock, and then eventually when they do switch the water back on, they're in clogged town. Water floats to the top of the bowl, goes everywhere, and the poo should float out to freedom. Guys, even though this does sound like something Adnan would do, unfortunately, it looks like it's not true. Okay, these idiots are going to be back for another season. Okay, someone said, Adnan is 100% correct. Can't trust Vea apart from 1 month and already with other guys, shaking my head. So she says, I wish them the best. They didn't really say anything disrespectful to us or about our relationship. So I don't have any bad feelings towards them. But it did remind me why I'm happy we don't have members of opposite sex in our relationship as friends. What about Cruz? So someone else asked, can you tell us more about your previous marriage? What happened? This is in my past, so I really don't talk about it. I'm focused on the present and enjoying my family. Someone else says, your husband is hilarious. I love how you both work together and meet in the middle. Thank you. Adnan cracks me up. We try. Well, I'm glad he cracks you up, girl, because anyway, so someone else says English isn't Adnan's first language, so what he says gets mistranslated. He speaks absolute facts. She says, exactly, other people just can't handle the truth. So now someone is calling her out. You and Adnan are disgusting humans. She says it always amazes me how haters troll someone's page. I've never gone to someone's page that I don't like. Total stalker obsession vibes. If someone doesn't want to see my page, it's called an unfollow button. Spend your energy building your wealth or growing your business. Weird people. So someone said, oh my, and you talking about Matilda just being after money, shame on you. So now she says, how many times did she say, did you get the money? Where's the money? Buy me this and buy me that. I'm just saying what Niall's own parents are saying. And shame on you for not having manners. Did I say this already? Tiger Silly is an asshole. So moving on, we have all honesty. Is there anyone from the cast who you don't like? These were just people that were in my life for 2 days. They aren't really in the category of like or not like. I just don't care either way. Someone else asked, why couldn't you eat in the same room as Joey and Warren? Your king told you to eat elsewhere. My king doesn't want me in the presence of people that could say something foul mouthed because we all know she has virgin ears. He said he knew I had to feed the baby backstage, so that's where I will go during breaks. So now, here we go. Will y'all do another season? Time will tell. And usually, when a cast member says time will tell, they're fucking coming back. Okay? And she's already indicated that she has an NDA, which, in my humble opinion, they're coming back. They'll be back for happily ever after. Unfortunately, he didn't get fired. I mean, it's just a rumor. It's a good rumor. I wish it was true, but unfortunately, it's not. So moving on. And yes, I agree with you, Stephanie. Tiger Lily reminds me of the Stepford Wives. So someone says referring to Niles as a dog was disgraceful. What's wrong with a dog? Y'all just like to hate. So if we compared you to a dog, Tiger Lily, would you be like, oh, I love it? No, unless you're Jasmine, who doesn't mind being compared to a chihuahua, but that's a whole nother story, and we'll get into that in a minute. Okay. So, anyway, she says, what's wrong with calling somebody a dog? At first, it seemed Adnan was going to offer Niles money when he asked if he had respect. Now, this is total bullshit. Adnan is a very generous person. If Niles would have played his cards right, he could have had the money to bring Matilda to the US. But unfortunately for him, that's not how it played out. So you're telling me that if Niles and Adnan became more buddy buddy, Adnan would have given him the $4,000 that he needs to bring Matilda over. Bullshit. Oh, damn. I smell bullshit. Okay, like, please. So finally, someone else says, can't wait to see Texans deal with that big man baby you married, and he'll have it coming. So she says, us Texans love him. He gets nothing but love and praise wherever he goes. You should worry about your own life instead of being obsessed with ours. So then she goes on to thank all the haters in her life. Girl, nobody wants to be you. I at least don't want to be you. I know um all of my subscribers and viewers, they don't want to be you. Okay? And yeah, you deal with that boy groom that you decided to marry and just hope that he doesn't toss you to the side in like 20 years from now. So, anyway, Bea took to the gram to clarify some things. So, first of all, someone said, you stay so calm at the tell all, my face would have been like. And she said, yeah, I was so sick during the tell all, I kept having to take breaks to go to lay down. So, someone else says, will you go into more details about your sickness from the start of symptoms to present? And she says, probably not. So someone else said, not a question, but I love how you stood up to Adnan. And she said, yeah, that bad controlling attitude is not going to fly with me. Get some therapy. I agree with Vaya 100% on that. So moving on, someone else said, I won't lie, but when you said you went on a date, I automatically thought it was Rory. And she says, stop. I think people just want me and Rory to get back together. So someone else says, how did the doctor find out you have a brain tumor? Did you have symptoms? And she said, well, yeah, obviously. So anyway, now she is one of many, many, many 90 Day cast members that are trying to take advantage of the ride on the 90 Day train while it lasts. So Vaya is selling Vaya merch, which includes a phone case that says go back to the US, a Team Vaya sticker, a Team Vaya sweatshirt, a sweatshirt that says, do you take Apple Pay? A sweatshirt that says I had to do it wrong to get it right. And Team Vaya merch. So hey girl, I hope that you are able to take advantage and ride this train as long as possible. Make money off your merch. I'm not going to be personally buying any of it, but hey, she does have fans, so you never know. I mean, you may see someone walking around with a "Do you take Apple Pay" sweater before you know it. Who knows? So, moving on. She says someone asks her, has anyone helped you yet with the tumor? She said, yes, I've been under a doctor's care for it since finding out. So someone said, Adnan did not want to let you or anyone else talk. Y'all trust me, I know, LOL. It was like that the whole time. Face palm emojis. So now, this is why I could tell you that probably Adnan and Tiger Lily are coming back, and Bea isn't because, as you see, someone said, are you coming back to 90 Day? I hope so. She said, I don't know. I had to miss out on filming opportunities, unfortunately, due to my health. Unlike Tiger Silly, who says, stay tuned, stay tuned, stay tuned. So, moving on. Sonny is throwing some shade, and I really wanted to know who the fuck he is throwing shade at. Okay. So, as you see here, Sonny, who always loves a great selfie, he posted, your past should be a lesson, not a tool for seeking sympathy or attention. True strength comes from facing challenges, learning from them and becoming better, not using them as an excuse to get help from others. Stop looking for attention and relying on people to save yourself. You need to build yourself because, in the end, nobody can truly give you what you need except you. GoFundMe, laughing faces. Coming soon. Stop lying to the people. So when I saw this, I said, whoa, is he talking about Vea? Even though Vea said that she wasn't going to start a GoFundMe, is he talking about Vea? So, you know me, I DM'd him and I asked him. And I said, Sonny, who are you talking about? Is it who I think it is? And he says, stay tuned, buddy. And I said, come on, does her name start with a V with a bunch of laughing faces? And he replied to that, stay tuned, buddy. So, yeah, even though Bea and Sonny were saying that they were totally together and everything was fine during their relationship, I don't think that this shade is thrown at Bea. I have a feeling that the shade might be thrown at Lauren. Okay, because remember, Lauren had a GoFundMe. He had a couple of GoFundMes for LGBTQA plus cafe in the Philippines and all these other, crazy things. So in my opinion, I think that this shade is being thrown at Lauren, and we're going to see in the next episode or in the last episode, the fourth episode, Sunny ripping into Lauren. Okay, that's my opinion because we saw on the tell-all, Sunny and Bea said that their relationship is fine. I haven't seen anything online that would indicate to me that they are broken up. I could be wrong. I mean, I am wrong about Jasmine, which I'm going to get into that in a second. But I could be wrong. But I have a feeling the shade is not towards Vea. So he says, okay, now this what I found really, really interesting. Watching myself on TV, I barely recognized who I was. Nervous, tense, almost like I was pretending to be someone I'm not. But in reality, I'm just me. Chill, real, and far from that tense version. It's crazy how different we can feel from how we look in certain moments. Just a reminder to be true to yourself, no matter how it seems. So there we go. I am waiting anxiously to see who this shade is thrown towards. So we shall see. Now, moving on, we have Magda and Josco, another one who is riding the 90-day train with his 15 minutes of fame, grasping onto it while it lasts. Okay. He is showing off his fitness routine, his meal plans. Hey, hook up with Josco. You'll lose all sorts of weight. You'll get toned. You'll be healthy. Blah, 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 blah. So, yeah, so Josco is another one riding the 90-day train for its 15 minutes while it lasts. Now, 90 Day Fiance, the new season begins February 16th. And we have some old faces like Sarper and Shekinah. And we have some new faces that will be hopping on the 90-day train and riding it as long as they can for their 15 minutes. We have new couple Maddie and Stevie. Okay. And Maddie says, even when you can't see the way forward, trust that God is already there paving the path. And Stevie posted to her story, enablers support, protect, and facilitate unhealthy people with their destructive habits. The narcissist enabler is a weak individual who stands by or assists the narcissist in carrying out their dirty work. Their failure to take a stand against abuse makes them equally guilty of engaging in and perpetrating abuse. So this is a quote um, this is a quote from Anne McCrea. Okay. And this is another couple that he's Muslim and she isn't. So let's see what happens with their storyline. And then we have the second ever throuple. Okay. The first one on 90 Day Fiance, but not the first one in the franchise. Because if you guys remember Love in Paradise a few seasons back, we have Frankie, Annie, and Gabby. So that was more of a threesome, I considered, than a throuple. But we have the throuple on 90 Day. And I was looking at the wife's story, Amani, and they were just in Mexico with their children celebrating their anniversary. I didn't see any sign of the other woman, Annie. Okay, the two of them were having a grand old time. And like I said, they were celebrating their anniversary. So it doesn't look like they divorced. Like it says that they were looking into to one of them to marry Annie to bring her to the States, according to their little storyline. But yeah, oh, we shall see. So moving on. Okay, guys, I was wrong. It looks like I was wrong. Jazzy is pregnant. My source finally confirmed to me she is about 6 months pregnant. Okay. She is living in June June City. Hold on, guys. Let me look up the name of the city again. I just went blank on it. But she is living in Florida. Okay. And she's full of crap. So let's get into Jazzy being pregnant. So first of all, my source confirmed she is 6 months pregnant. She's living in Florida with Matt. She is doing a great job at concealing her pregnancy, trolling all of us. Okay, and I'm just gonna play some videos that she put out there. She is so full of it. Like I cannot believe that she is going to be a mother again, considering that she is barely a mother, allegedly, to her sons. And if she wanted, to be a mother so bad, why isn't she bringing her sons here? Can anyone say anchor baby? That's all I have to say. That is one thing Jasmine is not. She is not dumb. Okay. So, yeah. So anyway, let me share with you guys her videos from her stories and how she will take all of the mean comments. She'll take them all, guys. She'll take them all.
So my pedicure is almost done. Next step is sauna. I'm gonna do paraffin to my feet, but after I take a shower, but the sauna first. And I'm gonna apply some serums on my hair because it is growing so stronger. I think I freaking love it. Good morning, my Instagram family. I just really hope you're all doing great. I was doing my morning meditation that I've been trying, to be consistent as part of my New Year resolutions. And I just wanted to share this thought with you because I think it's important. It's extremely necessary to forgive people and move forward, because if we let resentful feelings poison our heart, we are just affecting ourselves. And don't forgive people because they deserve it. Sometimes they don't even ask for forgiveness. Do it for yourself. And the best thing you can do is to go on with your life. Also, the best gift you can give to someone is your time, because time is something you cannot buy, but you spend it and you can never get it back. You have no idea the emotional strength it takes for me, for example, to ignore a lot of people in person and online that constantly attack me with nonsense and, just try to make themselves look better by making me look bad. But I don't allow myself to waste my time and energy on nonsense, on people who truly doesn't deserve anything from me. Just wanted to share this with you, and it's very helpful. You should apply it.
Gee, thank you, Jasmine. I appreciate it. And then she says, kill him with kindness. So I just have a couple of questions before I move forward. I just thought of this while I was listening to her. Did everybody hear her say that she was going to do a sauna? She was going to do a sauna treatment, then take a shower, do paraffin and all that stuff. Well, I actually just Googled because it just popped in my head. Um, if she's pregnant, actually doing a sauna treatment is generally not safe during pregnancy. Actually, let me get this up here so I can share this with you guys. Here we go. Okay, so here, check this out. This is from Google, and it says, are saunas safe during pregnancy? Generally not. Saunas are generally not safe during pregnancy, especially in the first trimester. Using a sauna can raise your core body temperature, which can be harmful to the fetus. This can increase the risk of birth defects, dehydration, and fainting. So we have risks: birth defects, dehydration, fainting, hypothermia. Precautions: if you choose to use a sauna, limit how long you sit in it, lower the temperature to below 102 Fahrenheit, have another adult with you, get out right away if you feel dizzy, faint, or have a rapid pulse. Talk to your doctor before using a sauna. So I'm like, okay. So she's 6 months pregnant and she's going to do a sauna treatment. This is why I have one foot in. Yeah, she's pregnant because my source, who is very close to the whole situation, told me, yes, she's pregnant, but she could be trolling everybody around her. Okay. This could be a little joke between her and Matt, all we know. And then, oh, I never said I was pregnant. I never confirmed the pregnancy. Oh, you people are so funny. Ha 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 ha. So, anyway, we also have her getting micro needling treatment, which I'm going to get into that in a second. Okay. So she's doing like all of these procedures and she's allegedly pregnant. So she wants everyone to know that she is queen of social media. I see making fun of Benny there. 9 million people have viewed her Instagram in the past 30 days, and she has nothing wrong with being compared to a chihuahua. Okay? She barks and bites. Like I said, only Jasmine would see nothing wrong being compared to a dog. So, anyway, now Jasmine claims that she has a super fan stalker in her life, like Selena did. Now, I don't know if you guys have heard the news, but Selena's killer is up for parole, and she is basically begging the parole board to let her out of jail because there's a bounty on her head. So, Jasmine took the opportunity to post this to her story. The people post about it, and she says, "I have a Yolanda in my life, and it gets to a point where it's scary." Jasmine is one to always turn a situation around into a me, 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 me. So I don't know if I really believe this. Okay. So, like Stephanie says, I will wait until I see an actual baby and an announcement from the 90-Day Fiance Instagram account, the official Instagram account, not one of those clickbait things. Okay. Until I see a picture of Jazzy sitting on a couch with baby daddy Matt and the two of them smiling, holding a baby, and 90 Day Fiance official IG announces it, I'm still going to think that this is all a joke. And that Jasmine's eventually going to say, ha 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 ha, I never said I was pregnant. So, anyway, so like I said, Jasmine is still working out. You can see she found another Planet Fitness in Florida. The purple on the machines, that's all Planet Fitness. Take it from me. My membership's at Planet Fitness, so I could spot a Planet Fitness machine from a mile away. So I guess she moved her Planet Fitness membership from Michigan to Florida. Okay, she said I had a killer workout today. My face is red last night because I did micro needling. So I said, is micro needling safe during pregnancy? And it says is generally considered safe during pregnancy if done by a professional and with shallow penetration. However, it's best to wait until after pregnancy to undergo any cosmetic procedures. Safety considerations: infection, wound healing, stress, radio frequency microneedling. It says there's limited research on how RF microneedling affects pregnancy, so it's not recommended. At home treatments are totally not recommended because you could risk infection and skin damage. So, basically, it's not that it's not safe, but it's not recommended during pregnancy. Okay, so the fact that she had microneedling done brings me more over to the side that she's trolling everybody, including the people that surround her in her life. Okay, because my source truly believes that she's 6 months pregnant, but something in my gut tells me that this is all a big joke. Okay, but we shall see because allegedly at the tell all for Last Resort. Yes, there's going to be a tell all slash reunion for the Last Resort. I believe it's actually taping it either filmed last week or it's filming this week because Rob is on the East Coast and complaining how cold it is, but we'll get into that in a second. So, like I said, Jasmine is still trying to fool all of us into thinking that she's still suffering in cold Michigan when actually she's in Dunedin, Florida, near Clearwater, where, yes, I get it. 56 degrees is cold for Florida. Yes, I get it. It is fucking cold everywhere. It snowed in Houston. Okay, Michael was out there playing in the snow. We'll get into that in a second, too. But Jasmine, stop it already. Okay? You're not in Michigan. You're in fucking Florida. And I mean, it's so cold, even Elizabeth is wearing sweaters. Okay? And she said that she was grateful that she had so many sweaters because it is fucking cold. Okay? So please. Now, Gino is taking this opportunity. It's snowing in Florida at the moment. You see? There you go. Zero, where are you from in Florida? Like near where? It is cold everywhere. So Jasmine's like trying to fake us out and like, oh my goodness, I'm suffering in this cold Michigan weather. Oh, bitch, shut the fuck up. So Gino is striking back in the best way. He posted this to his stories yesterday. Covert narcissist, a wolf in sheep's clothing. I spit out my drink when I saw this. I said, you go, Gino. You are too fucking funny. Like, Gino is not taking this shit laying down anymore. And figuratively or literally, he is like, fuck this bitch. So, first, it says how they hide in plain sight. Self sacrificing heroes, victims in need of rescuing, charming and apathetic friends. Their manipulation is cloaked in kindness or concern. Their mask is carefully crafted to gain your trust. Wow. So then it says, what is a covert narcissist? Covert narcissists are masters of subtle manipulation, Unlike overt narcissists, they appear humble, caring, and vulnerable. But beneath the surface lies control, gaslighting, and emotional abuse. Covert abuse isn't loud, it's quiet, calculating, and devastating. Okay, so zero. Your friend is in Florida, snow in the backyard. Yeah, it is insane. Sheila, your brother says there's snow in Pensacola. It is fucking I'm telling you, it's insane. This weather. But no, Jasmine wants all of us to believe that she's still suffering a cold Michigan winter. Please. So Gino moves on to say signs of covert narcissistic abuse, guilt tripping. I've done so much for you. How could you? Playing the victim. I'm just trying to help. Is all of this sounding familiar? Controlled mask as care. I just want what's best for you. Playing the hero. You're so lucky to have someone like me who cares this much. Gaslighting. Wow. I can't believe you accused me of that. You're hurting my feelings by saying those things. Why it's hard to spot. Covert narcissists avoid direct conflict, making their behavior hard to pinpoint. They may seem like the most generous, caring person in the room. Their good deeds often have strings attached. They appear apathetic but lack genuine care, surrounded by people that overlook their behavior. So, the emotional impact. Living with a covert narcissist leaves you exhausted from constant self doubt, confused by their mixed signals, guilty for wanting to set boundaries, afraid to speak your truth for fear of backlash, believing their version of events over your own memories. No matter how hard you try, you're never quite as impressive as they are. Does this sound familiar? Okay, a lot of this to me sounds like Jazzy's behavior. I don't know. So then Gino goes on to post some crazy things most narcissists do: lie to everyone, even themselves, ruin holidays and special occasions, make you feel inadequate or less than, play word games, twist, deny, and make it impossible to communicate. Change how they treat you and how they feel about you. You are the best person, then you are the worst. Future faking, promise you all kinds of things, marriage, vacations, etc., and never follow through. Overwhelm you so you are burnt out, then blame you when you are not getting enough done. Make you feel lonely, unappreciated, and especially unloved. Destroy your trust in people, make you lose your innocence, make you feel hopeless, helpless, and the saddest you've ever been in all your life, exhaust you mentally, physically, and emotionally. Who does this sound like over? I mean, this really does sound like Jasmine. The behavior that we have seen on TV, and the way that we've seen her treat Gino, and the stuff that she's even done online, like bad mouthing him, posting a picture of him sleeping without his hat, and making fun of him, and his patch of hair in the back of his head. If that's someone that you truly love, would you do that? And we all know she did that to embarrass him. She posted it for like what, an hour, and then took it down. Yeah, she wasn't doing it because it was her gringo bonito and he's so cute when he's sleeping. No, she did that to embarrass him. She has made comments. I mean, we've seen how Jasmine has acted on and off screen. That's all I'm going to say. Gino is another one living his best life right now. It seems like he's traveling at least once every 2 weeks. He was on a flight. I saw on his stories. He's like eating all sorts of good food. It looks like that he's just living his best life. Okay, so moving on. We have Julianne Brandon and Robin Sophie. Now, Julia and Sophie, They seem to get along just great on the last resort. Okay. Julia thinks that her husband looks like a young Tom Cruise. Um, mm, yeah, I wouldn't go that far, Julia, but hey, it's great that you think so. And like I said, Rob is somewhere on the East Coast complaining that it's cold as fuck. I would bet on that he's in Manhattan in New York City filming the reunion for The Last Resort. Okay. So here's Gino and Rob hanging out, filming Between the Sheets, which I really like, by the way. I really, really like that show. So now, first, Sophie. She reminds me of like a bratty high school kid. So on Between the Sheets, basically, Julia and Sophie were talking about sex, okay? And Sophie said that Rob is like a starfish. He just lays there and she does everything, which Rob did not like that. And he responded, and this was all happening on the 90 Day Fiance official IG. He says, mad inappropriate and very not true. Actually, very much the opposite, but I should expect this from her. And when I DM'd him about it, he basically said that he is sick and tired of her throwing unnecessary shade. And hey, I don't blame him. So now, like I said, right before I went live, I realized that Claire was taking to her stories and bashing Rob over last night's episode with the sandbox therapy, where Rob basically compared Claire to a rhino who bulldozes her way into their relationship and you know basically explained how Claire was never a parent to Sophie, Claire's addictions and all this. So I was waiting patiently and I knew it was going to happen. So I'm going to take one for the team, guys, because Claire likes to ramble and she like writes like on weird angles and sometimes it gets hard to read. So here we go. A light went up, take a drink. Oh my God, I'm in shock now. I just watched last night's episode. I cannot believe what was said about me, which was all lies. How dare Rob blame me for their marriage? Everything that came out of Rob's mouth, I think she means mouth, is a lie. She left his house for a very dark reason. But I'm going to record this clip again and speak over it. I will not allow this lies coming out of his mouth to make me look bad. I'm so sad right now. He even lied about her childhood. And sad man to try and blame someone else instead of owning what he was really doing in that home to me. This is bullying, and I never really comment on stuff, but I'm not letting Rob bully me to make himself look good and make me look like the reason they broke up. Absolute. I just want to say Claire does have a tendency to rant and she does have a tendency to comment. She just hasn't done it in a while. So now she goes on to say, by the way, this is not TLC or show. They not done wrong. It robbed someone telling absolute lies about me, and I'm gonna stop typing. I'm gonna lose my mind. I'm so sad and heartbroken. I'm going to finish the episode and either record it with my commentary or go on TikTok. I do not care if no one sees it or anyone comments or option. I think she means opinion. This is me standing up for myself and not letting Rob gaslight me to hide his actions. He thinks he's safe because Sophie won't let me say anything about him because he spirals and he gets aggressive. And I also want to clear up Sophie's childhood because the one biggest thing I'm proud in my life is how I brought Sophie up. So I need to clear that up. not for anyone else, as I don't care about anyone's opinion of me. I'm putting this out for myself and my self worth. So I'm going to finish watching this episode and then I will bring the truth to light. Rob cannot get away with this. Now, watch how me posting Rob is going to say it mental health, as few of them love using mental health to put me down when it me standing up for me. And one more thing. I'm trying to watch end of episode. I'm fuming right now. Just heard therapist say Sophie to have boundaries and first living relationship. I'm heartbroken. It all lies. Sophie has always bragged how loving I am and best mom ever. The fact that Rob getting away with using me as an excuse for their marriage, I have no idea why a therapist would say that if everyone yelling truth. I think she means telling truth. But I will prove Sophie came from a loving, kind family. Okay, I'm just going to take a drink break before I go on to the third one. So I have a lot of things to say because you might have forgotten, Claire, about what happened on Mother's Day weekend of last year, but I haven't and my viewers haven't. But in case you have, I'm going to remind you in a second. Let me just read her last final story. And one more thing, you guys. I got to stop typing. I just need to record for my own peace. It is too much to say. Like, I don't care who wants to listen. Actually, no one shit it for me. LOL. But I'm like my daughter. I will not let a man tell me what to do. Like abuse, like he does once again, is so sad that Rob had a mother that watched and allowed her boyfriend to beat him. Let's talk about that, Rob, and your father being a drug dealer. I think he still is, right? Claire, why Rob lying about Sophie's childhood? My family are is shocked. They know I was a good, loving mom. Why no one talking about Rob's childhood? Which certainly I feel bad that it was like that Joe child should go through. That I guess she means that no child should go through that, but it probably why he is the way he is. Why would a therapist say what she is about? Sophie's finding loving relationship finally. Like Sophie had multi people in family, unconditionally love from all of us. Why cannot this therapist see that Rob is lying? I don't get it. For Rob's childhood, he might be the way because his mother allowed him to get beaten. He always talked about, which is very sad, and also his father being a drug dealer. So why is Rob throwing shade at me? I was there for my daughter. Addiction was not part of her childhood. ADHD and depression and eating disorders. I got clean before Sophie. No more stories from me, LOL. I posted on video or TikTok tomorrow. Okay? So I'm gonna check IG one more time because she is totally, the type of person to say, and one more thing, and one more thing. So nothing from Claire again on TikTok right now. I mean on Instagram. So I just want to say, Claire, did you forget that you were arrested on Mother's Day weekend of last year for terroristic threats against your daughter? And this is when your daughter wasn't even with Rob. She was living with her friend Kay. And you were flipping the fuck out over something and you threatened to. Yeah, I didn't forget. I have those messages still. Okay. As you can see, they're from you, Claire, in case you're listening. And it says, by the way, Sophie, you can threaten to post pictures and videos of me with mental health. I will be dead tomorrow, so I don't actually care. And then my source crossed out a bunch of stuff, just left in the good stuff for me. You cunt. You just thought I've just blah, 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 blah. You dirty, nasty, slow little front. How dare you know what Uber now? I'm going to come to your house and slick your fucking throat fuck off. And this was on a Mother's Day weekend of this past year. We didn't forget. At least I didn't forget Claire. Okay, this is not language from a loving mom that has done nothing but been attentive and loving and nurturing to her daughter all her life. Okay, this language does not come from a loving mom. Now, anyway, I'm not a Sophie fan. You guys know I'm not a Sophie fan, but I really believe what Sophie says, that she, um, watched her mother suffer through addiction when she was a child, that her mother was more of a friend than like an actual mom to her, because I believe that this is why Sophie is the way that she is today. She's a brat. She is a brat. She is an entitled brat who throws temper tantrums when she doesn't get her way. So I think Rob had a point yesterday in the therapy session, and Claire, we don't forget over here. Okay, so just in case you forgot, yeah, you sent that message to your daughter, and she wasn't even with Rob at the time. She was living with her friend Kay. So what was the reason for that then? Just saying. So now moving on. Is Natalie a stalker? Like a real life stalker harasser? And I'm not meaning just Josh. Okay, so here we have Josh. He was with his daughter. Okay, they were going, to cheer day. Josh doing a selfie in the freaking mirror. Okay, but the reality TV mess on Instagram. If you guys don't follow them, please do. They did a post, okay, basically saying that this chick pictured is Josh's new girlfriend. And she hopped in the comments to say, guys, we actually just work together. LOL. Though my family and I have been stalked and harassed by someone on the show who likes to push this agenda. It's definitely giving fatal attraction vibes. Ooh, I wonder who that someone is. Yeah, okay. I could totally see Natalie doing that. We all know that Josh works with models. Hey, um, she's beautiful. Don't get me wrong. I would be annoyed, if I was Natalie and I thought that she was Josh's current girlfriend. But Josh follows her. His ex follows her. The guy that helps them produce the 90-day bad boy videos follow her. So I believe her. She just works with him. She's just a model, whatever the case may be, and that Natalie is stalking her because we all know Natalie's fucking crazy. Yes, Natalie, Claire was arrested during Mother's Day weekend of last year for threatening to Sophie's throat. Okay, and she was living with her friend at the time, Kay. She wasn't even living with Rob. Here, let me go back for a second. That's her mugshot. And those are the messages that she sent to her daughter. So she's such a loving mom. She did this Mother's Day weekend last year, not that long ago. We don't forget over here. So this is not Josh's girlfriend. Natalie is stalking her. I'm not surprised. So moving on. Benny. Okay. We have this picture of Benny, Avi, and Ari on a plane. What does this mean? And Benny was just hanging out with his whole family. So did they travel back home together? I don't know. Here, let's check this out. I don't see Ari in here, but hey. Okay, so there you see it. Oh, did you guys see the video? I don't think it played. Hold on, let me play this video again. I don't think it was playing. Okay, so this is Benny hanging out with his family. Sorry about that, guys. And I have to mute the music. He has music in the back. So as you can see here, he's hanging out with his whole family. I don't see Ari, but then we have this picture of them on a plane. So did they go visit his family together? I don't know, but maybe they did. So now moving on. Okay, Dempsey is living her best life in the van. Okay, she is just living her best life in general, and it probably drives Statler crazy. I don't blame him. I don't blame her because if I was Statler, I would be pissed off seeing Dempsey living her best life in the van that I took a loan out for to pay for, and I'm still making payments on the loan. Yeah, I can see why Statler is really mad. So, Dempsey is living her best life, like I said. She is renovating, I guess, spaces to live off the grid. She's like part of this whole off the grid community. Um, Her father is living his best life in Thailand, and she is making the best of the cold winters, the cold British winters. So she posted this reel of her and what she's been up to, and she's in the van. So here, check this out. Okay, if I was Stadler, I would not be happy. I personally couldn't live van life. I could not deal with van life, but hey. So, yep, here is Dempsey living her best life. She still has the van. According to Stadler, she still owes her money for the van. Like I covered in my last video, they are arguing over exactly how much Dempsey owes her. But yeah, Dempsey's living her best life. And I bet you Stadler is not happy. I bet you she cringes every time she sees this. So now moving on. TikTok went down for 14 hours and half of the world went insane. But like Amanda from a couple of seasons back said, TikTok came back faster than Gino and Jasmine on another season of 90 Day Fiance. Okay, so she is totally right about that. Now, for the 14 hours that TikTok went down, Angela was developing a tick. She needed to get on some type of social media to talk about Mako. Okay. So her and her bestie, her moderator on TikTok, went live on Instagram. For some reason, it was under her bestie's account, and now her account is Angela banned from going live on Instagram. Whatever. TikTok is back. She's back over there. I don't have to worry about her stinking up Instagram. But she went live immediately. And of course, Michael was on her mind.
He's not going on a spinoff. Are you kidding me? He's too much trouble. Nobody wants a troublemaker like that on a show. He caused too much trouble. I love Teeny Slims too. Yeah, I'm happy. I'm happy I realized. that I was the one in the relationship. Nobody else was. They're good, Diane. And we're not going to talk about him because he's out of my memory.
Yeah, we're just
Never
about
talk
positivity.
talk to him. I don't wish him no harm. I just have no respect for that man. None. Hi, Melissa.
And we have no respect for you, Angela. You could just shut the fuck up and go away. Michael is always in your mouth. His name is always in your mouth. And yeah, whatever. Thank goodness TikTok is back because I did not want her over on Instagram just stinking the place up. Because then she would have been going live like practically every night. And yeah. Anyway, even though we know that's a temporary solution, TikTok has been extended for 90 days. And in 90 days, half of the world's going to be in a panic again. But Michael has already set up his YouTube channel. He's already uploaded his first video. Michael knows what's up. Um, and he got to experience snow. It snowed in Houston, and we see here Michael got his coat and hat on. He's out there jumping around, tongue out. I wonder if the tongue out is for Angela, but anyway, yes. So Michael has his YouTube channel. He's uploaded his first video. I guess he has a backup plan because we know that TikTok is another big source of revenue for Michael. So, yeah, TikTok's the extension's only for 90 days. So, Angela, you better figure out a backup plan. So, moving on, Nicole reappears. She goes missing for like a month at a time on social media, and now she's back with a photo shoot. Okay, interesting. So, moving on, we have, before I let you guys go, just some miscellaneous updates. Shekinah had another surgery. Okay, first, this is a throwback picture. Apparently, she was 2018 at Brett Michaels dating boot camp. So this is a throwback from 2018. Um, yes, Ahmad Michaels in Houston. He's been there for a bit. So we have Shekinah with another surgery. 5 days ago, I had the frat lift type 1 and lower. I'm not even going to attempt to say that word. Already, I'm thrilled with these results. My cheeks are repositioned up near my orbital bone where separation transpired over time and causing hollows under my eyes. I tried filler and fat transfer, but this was the best recommendation to treat this area. My new slanted eye shape is settling in and I love it. The mid face noticeably caused a lifted effect even down to my neck and reduced skin laxity. Anyway, so she is basically going to wind up with cat eye. Okay? Her slanted eye shape. Well, what the fuck? She had her cheeks repositioned. Yes, zero. She is going to end up like Darcy. Yes, she needs to stop it already. So, moving on, Annie looks fantastic. Okay, she just gave birth not too long ago, and look at her. Her daughter's adorable, and Robert got skills. Yeah, he got them baking skills. Gotta love a man with baking skills. Does Pedro have a new love in his life? Okay, Pedro's another one living his best life. Check this out. Like, is this his new chick? Like, what is going on?
¿Qué es lo que es? ¡Coño, líder! ¡Con dron casi!
Like I said, Pedro living his best life. Does he have a new love? I don't know. I mean, we shall see. So moving on. We all know Chantel has a new love. We can see there. Chantel hanging out, living her best life as well. Speaking of new loves, Veronica has a new boo. Congratulations, Veronica. Very happy with her. Then we have David and Annie, Kara and Guillermo's adorable son, and Yara with her puppy, who is named Mila, like her daughter, but Mila. And Darcy has an OnlyFans, and like mother, like daughter. But I wonder if Darcy knows about her daughter's OnlyFans. Just saying. And TJ posting some philosophical questions and answers. Okay, we have someone asked him, are UFOs and zombies real? And he says UFOs could be, zombies definitely. Many people are just living for the outer world but are dead inside. Is he referring to Kim? Um, Someone else asked, what's a personal belief that has significantly changed over time? Online love is good as in person. I found love doesn't fix all. Real life is different. I have a terrible habit of leaving things unsaid for the sake of peace. I think that's a beauty of love. Physical presence can make everyone fall in love, but the distance examines the patient's loyalty and sanctity. Not everyone has. So, the question was, what's a personal belief that has significantly changed over time? And someone wrote, people are generally good. No, he wrote, people are generally good. And he says, I do agree. I think we should not define people now, good or bad. It's quite subjective. Just leave the expectations. That's what I've learned in the last few years. TJ is infamous for his cryptic postings. Okay. Kim had recently come out and accused him of DV. And, there's a lot of, I would say, passive aggressive back and forth going on in the stories. But yeah. So, anyway, um, we have Submit and Jenny with their feet side by side. Guess whose foot is who? Erica, the one that was with Fart Girl back in the day, her boyfriend broke up with her right before Christmas. She's going through a major life change, still going through it. We have Tiffany, who is posting more on social media. She's out for dinner. Um, Yara with her doggy again, and she actually got her a haircut. And then we have Veronica's adorable cat and Kenny's doggy. So, speaking of doggies, even Dr. James, he could have problems with his pets. Dr. James from Last Resort, he posted, when your dogs discover their inner sparkle and decide to chase their glimmer, drew your daughter's makeup bag, living their best, hashtag living their best life, hashtag glimmer goals, hashtag funny AF, a doggy wearing lipstick because she ate it. And I just want to say, speaking of funny AF, Florian, MVP of every episode. I wonder what Dr. James was thinking when he said this. And before I let you guys go, I just want to let you know and take it from this menopausal bitch, okay? No matter how cold it is outside, someone is still sleeping with a fan on. And sometimes I get up in the middle of the night and the heat is so high and stifling in my bedroom. Yeah, I do turn the fan on. I got to confess. Thank you so much for watching me. Please subscribe if you don't already. Hit that like button. And one more thing, share my video with a friend or 10. And please consider joining my membership. Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you, Warrior Mom of Many, my moderator, for being here tonight. Thank you, everybody in the live chat. Christine, I am so glad that you got your electricity back on, and I'm the first thing you see. Um, Thank you so much, everybody, for watching me, and I will see you guys next time. Bye, everyone.